What it do, baby? It's your girl Castle Queen 15, and we're back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my first year experience at UCT, and I'm going to be giving you a little bit of tips and tricks and some advice. Let's get straight into the video.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
Smoking the Zaza, they go straight to the Mata. Then I'm up in the chopper, hitting the cha-cha. Open his lata, then he
We're going to talk about 7 different topics today. We're going to talk about accommodation, academics, friends, relationships, social life, mental health, and my best moments. So firstly, let's get into accommodation. When you get to uni, you're going to have 2 types of accommodation. You're going to have res and you're going to have private accommodation. And then there's self-catering and catering, whether you either cook for yourself or food is offered. I stay in a private accommodation that is self-catering, which means I obviously cook for myself. The type of place that I stay in is one where I have my own room, my own bathroom, and I share the common areas of the kitchen and the living room with my flatmates. Here are going to be some tips and tricks so you know if you want to stay in res or if you want to stay in private accommodation, things that you need to look at. Firstly, something small that most people don't realize is laundry. My place has its own washing machine and stuff, so it's provided by the place, but there are certain private accommodations that don't have laundry facilities and you have to go to a dry cleaners or something, whereas most reses, if I'm not mistaken, they have laundry facilities near the reses or on the res residence. So that is always available. You also need to look at roommates. Most reses now, due to COVID, do not allow sharing, but when you look at private accommodation, you need to look if it's a sharing bedroom or a sharing area, or like mine is a sharing area but I have my own bedroom, and see what do you want. Do you want flatmates? Do you want roommates? Or do you want your own space? When you're in res, there's an advantage that you are more likely to meet people easily as compared to if you're in a private accommodation like mine. But then there are private accommodations like Campus Key, where obviously you're still around students who are most probably studying something similar or around your age group. Another thing that you need to consider when you're looking for res or accommodation is your location. How far away is it from campus? There's reses that are on campus and off campus. There's accommodations that are near campus and not. Are you able to get transport back to campus or not? Is your university offering transport like mine does? And you need to look at that, because you need to look at things such as Uber costs from your location to your campus and decide what's best for you. You also need to see, especially if you're in private accommodation, does it come with utensils, pots, pans, all of that, or do you need to buy it? And those are things that you need to consider. And then you get to obviously the packing. Luckily for you guys, because I love you so much, in the description box below I have linked a checklist of all the things that you need to pack when you're going to varsity. Make sure you check off everything, and please, when you're reading the list, look at the notes on top where I say please check your bedding before you buy your sheets. Check if the place offers certain things and what they do and don't allow. Some places don't allow things such as stoves when you need to buy one or something like that. Just make sure you're adhering to the rules of your accommodation. Next, we are going to move on to academics. For those of you that don't know, I study electrical and computer engineering. I just want to remind you guys, when you're comparing varsity life to high school life, academics are 2 different things. In high school, you have teachers who teach you, who guide you, and who basically spoon feed you, if I can put it that way. But in university, your lecturers aren't teaching you. They're guiding you through the courses and the course content, yes, but you're still teaching yourself. You're still putting aside time to teach yourself and everything. So you need to change your way of studying, change your way of learning, and adapt it when you get to varsity. Otherwise, you'll stay very far behind. When it came to online classes, for me, I'd like to say I was dealt the shorter end of the stick. Not to say UCT didn't put in the correct resources for online classes. They did. It's just certain aspects weren't the best, but it was out of their control because of the pandemic. For example, I'm in the engineering faculty, and in the engineering faculty, we have online classes, which is mainly pre-recorded lessons that we just have to watch as they're uploaded weekly, or they're uploaded well ahead of time and you watch them based on the weekly schedules. However, my assessments, my tests, practicals, exams were all on campus, as compared to certain other faculties or degrees where they learned online and they had their exams online. So to an extent, some of their exams were open book, which I'd like to think is more smooth flowing, because you learn online, you're tested online. I learned online, but I was tested on campus. But you know what? We dealt with it and we moved forward. One thing about academics is you need to make time for them. In uni, you're going to realize how little time you have and how many assignments and practicals and everything that you have. You have tutorials, and you need to make time for each subject and for all your assessments, especially because most of the time you have weekly assessments that are based on that week's content. So you need to make sure you're up to date. And it is very easy. When I say very, like this, you can be 6 weeks behind. It is very easy to fall behind in university, especially if you're online. So try and make time and stay ahead of your work. Furthermore, guys, when it comes to academics, make sure you make friends in your course, because those are the people that are going to really truly help you pass. When you get to uni, you're going to have friends that are your friends, and then you're going to have friends that you guys literally only talk to each other because of academic work, and that's fine. Because when you get to uni, you're going to realize very quickly a degree is group work. You cannot finish that thing alone, and it's impossible. Well, that's what I'd like to think. I don't think I'd be where I am if I didn't make friends that are studying the same courses as me. And lastly, in academics, we need to realize, guys, failure is okay. You're going to come from high school, especially if you're someone like me with distinctions, thinking you got this, and then you're gonna get one of your first tests and it's under 50%. And you need to realize, Wuti, this is university, this is not high school. But it doesn't mean once you fail, you must stay down. You look at your mark, you reflect on it, you put it aside, and you move on. And it's on to the next test, and you're doing better on your next test. Yes, failure happens, but failure is not final. You need to understand that failure is not final. It doesn't mean once it's put you down, it's going to keep you down. Do not let your marks be a reflection of who you are. Keep striving for the degree that you want to obtain, and you've got this. Then, of course, we move on to friends. Making friends in uni, especially during pandemic times, is not the easiest of tasks to accomplish. However, you need to realize that if you don't put yourself out there, you won't have friends, unfortunately. Or if you're lucky, people are gonna introduce themselves to you, but you still need to be able to interact with them. And that's how you're gonna make friends. Honestly, there's no easy way, there's no recipe for this and this and this. Maybe if you're in res, it's a bit easier, or if you go on campus and then you just start greeting people that are in the same tutorial groups as you, or when you see them during exams or stuff like that. And then secondly, with friends, and this is I think the biggest thing, you need to realize when you go to varsity, your brain is the most easily influenced in your first year. You're going to be so many things are going to be entering your mind, influencing you, and friends is going to be one of the biggest things. And you need to make sure that you are very confident in yourself, that when you make friends, they're not going to be friends that peer pressure you into doing things that you don't like saying, oh, you don't go out, you don't party, you don't you don't ABC. That's not going to affect your friendship. That's not going to make you change who you are just to keep your friends. I'd rather personally stay alone in my room before I am peer pressured into doing things that I didn't want to do, that are against my morals and values. And to continue with that, when you get to varsity, you don't know people. You could be doing a course with someone who's 18, and you could be doing the same exact course with someone who's 35. People come from different backgrounds, people come from different values and morals. So don't easily trust people. That doesn't mean don't make friends, but don't trust people so easily that you allow them to control or peer pressure into your life. Hence, I was saying, stick to your morals and values when you're making friendships. Always think, is this what I stand for? Or based on what I've been growing up learning, what do I stand for? Because you don't know someone else's background. So it's very important that you stay true to yourself. Now, onto relationships. Njolo. Guys, personally, me, I'd say stay away from it. I stayed away from it. I said, first year, miss me with that. Color me, draw me. You just won't see me there. I said, I'm not doing a relationship in first year. And obviously, I didn't. But anyways, guys, if you think that you are confident enough in yourself, if you think you know yourself enough, I'd say go for it. But most of the time, like I said, you're very easily influenced. You're changing continuously. Like the person I was in December is not the person I am today in January. So don't rush into a relationship because the title of a relationship or boyfriend, girlfriend is nice. Don't rush into it if you're not ready for it. And now, guys, if you listen to anything in this video, listen to this. Especially my girls. I'm looking at you. I'm looking into your soul. I swear to God, I swear to God, I'll call your mother, in fact, I'll call your grandmother, bro. I'll call your grandmother. If you do fat and sit, please disown yourself. Disown yourself. If you don't know what fat and sit is, it's basically you come to uni, grand. You enter in a relationship, grand. You drop out of uni, tense. You basically drop out of uni, you're living with your boyfriend. I'm gonna marry him, we're going to get married in a few years when he gets his degree, he's gonna be the breadwinner. And then most of the time, some hands even end up using their funding to, pay the rent for their place, busy buying food, cooking, cleaning, everything, for housewife vibes. Not that that's a problem, but babes, you came to uni for a degree and then you just dropped out because this man's promised you the world when he's been promising it to 3 other hands.
And
Tense. So please, I beg, don't do fat and sit. With that being said, guys, understand, relationships is group work. It's group work. You, Stacy, Hannah, all of you, you're doing group work good, babe.
what did he say?
All of understand that relationship, it's a group effort. 99% of the time, there's those 1% that's lucky. And gents, don't think you're any better. I'm telling you. This one hand will have a boyfriend from res, share one from private accommodation, from campus key, one who's working. Understand, guys. Those relationships are group work. So protect your heart personally. Hence I'm saying don't get into relationships in first year. And I know I said all of this to contradict myself, But guys, actually, love is nice. If you find love, if you find the opportunity to find someone who truly cares about you and you care about them, go for it. Protect your heart, protect your peace, but never close off your heart to love. Then we go into your social life. Angesh, let's groove. Bala, let's go. Hey, let's go. We get into groove, your nightlife, your picnics, your beach dates, your lunches, your dinners, your alles. If you don't have a beach, child, come to Cape Town. Why are you not in Cape Town or Durban? PE, something nice. Have a beach, bro. Get a beach. Anyways, guys, in uni, groove is 24/7, 365. Trust me, there's not a day where something isn't going on. So don't think that you need to go to everything like this. You don't. There's always going to be something going on. You miss Monday, you can go Tuesday. You miss Tuesday, you can go with. There's always going to be something going on. So if you need to study for that test, go and study for your test, please. You need to take a break. You need to understand. Groove is 24/7, 365. It's always going to be there. And on top of that, guys, groove is money. Anything, whether it's like going out, dinner, lunch, beach picnic, money. If you don't have a money, stay at home. It's fine, guys. When I tell you that student budget is going to kick you, baby girl, baby boy, understand. If you can't groove, it's fine. Miss this one to go to the next one. And another thing with groove, understand, guys, if you see someone grooving Monday to Monday, and me, I study engineering, I can't be grooving Monday to Monday with Ben and Tom. It doesn't make sense. Ben and Tom are doing their own degree. Ben and Tom are living their own lives. Next thing you know, they're not even in varsity, but you also want to groove Monday to Monday like you don't have exams. Please, follow your own schedule. Don't go to groove just because everyone around you is going. If you have academics to focus on those, because you need to balance your social life. To play hard, you need to work hard. Understand? And like I said, we're all going to be degreed hands and degreed gents worldwide. So please, open your laptop and close your phone. On to one of the most important topics, mental health. Guys, uni, I don't think there's anything more stressful than uni. No, this thing is a big scam. And if you don't protect your mental health, it's never going to end well for you. It's really for me, I'm a person, if I wasn't mentally okay, I would literally say, academics, let me put you aside for a day or something, because you need to focus on it. If your mental health isn't okay, your life is not okay. And you need to realize you need to put that at priority number one. And guys, there is so many resources out there, whether it's YouTube, Most universities nowadays offer free resources for you to deal with your mental health, and if they don't, try and seek places that do, or find cheap places that do. Talk to adults, talk to your friends, because most of the time, especially your uni friends, guys, everyone is going through it. Whether you're in engineering, whether you're in humanities, whether you're in finance, everyone is going through something. And if you keep it to yourself because you think you're going through it alone, 110% of the times you're not. So understand, protect your peace, protect your mental health, and make sure it's always here before you do anything. And then we get on to best moments. Oh guys, uni was just, if you follow my Instagram, you would see my reels. Uni was just a roller coaster, an amazing, thrilling, up and down roller coaster. But one of the best moments, I'd have to say, was my birthday. It was just a beautiful moment. Till this day, I get emotional. I get so thinking about it, because you guys made it the best birthday it could be. There was a point I had to switch off my phone because I was getting in so much love. I was overwhelmed. Just celebrating it with my friends. Even though I couldn't be with my family, I still celebrated it with my family. And I just want to thank all of you for making it an amazing time of my life, and just the friends that I've met this or last year, and all the things that they did for me. They helped me, they encouraged me, they motivated me. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all know yourself. Y'all know yourself. I always say thank you. I really appreciate you all. So honestly, for me, it was the people that I met and the experiences that I went through, everything, the highs, the lows, the failures, the celebrations, all of it. Like, I can't not recommend university. As much as it's a scam, the experience from it, I think everybody needs that in their life. And lastly, but most importantly, guys, I just want to thank God for the amazing first year that I had. I think you need to always remember to put God in front of everything, in front of your studies, in front of your friends, in front of your life, because He's the one guiding you through everything, and He's the reason I'm here today. Like, honestly, I just want to give Him the glory for everything that He does. So shout out to you, God. That brings us to the end of the video. I hope I gave you guys some tips and tricks, especially those who are going into varsity. I hope you have an amazing year. I hope everything goes well for you and you just have an amazing experience as well. Thank you for everything that you guys have done for me. I always want to say shout out to y'all for all the love and support that you give me. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as we're on the road to 200 subscribers. Yes, ma'am. Love and light to you all. Castle Queen 15 out.